This is the Coach's Wife Life podcast. I'm Kristen Eargle, your host, a former TV sports reporter and fellow college football coach's wife. I'll go one-on-one with the strong women who are the backbone of college athletics and athletics of all levels. And now, Coach's Wife Life.
This podcast is brought to you by Ruler of Hope. Ruler of Hope is a nonprofit that supports medically fragile children. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, you can use Venmo at Ruler-Hope or online at rulerofhope.org.
Hey there, I'm Kristen Eargle, and we have an exciting podcast ahead. But first, I want to talk about something we all know way too much about: moving. Just the thought of that can bring an unsettling emotion. Well, I found a team that can take that load off your plate. It's D1 Relocation. This group can do it all. They can organize your move, coordinate with a moving company, and a trusted real estate agent. They can actually vet key household partners such as schools, insurance agents, physicians in the area. They can even help set up your Wi-Fi and water. It's incredible. So I've come to know this team, which is actually founded by a coach's wife. I think you should check it out. Whether you're looking to move now or in the future, it's d1relocation.com. Now on to our awesome podcast. I am so honored to have my next guest on the podcast. This is Staff Sergeant Sylvia Kemp with the U.S. Army. You're also the wife of Demetrius Kemp, Vanderbilt's assistant strength coach. Obviously, tremendously honored. You serve in the military. You're in uniform now. Thank you so much for serving our country. I can't wait to hear all about this. We start with the football stuff, though. So describe what you're like on game day. And these game days for you for Vanderbilt have been unbelievable. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think in 3 words, on game day, I'm usually crazy, busy, and probably traveling because my son plays football or either basketball. And so we're either traveling from a game to the game.
And then what's your husband like on game day?
He is usually like super calm, chill, prepared, focused, ready to get started. He's pretty pumped about game days.
So what's the ride been like? So you guys started 5 years ago. You were there in the 21, 22, 23 season, 24. And this year, obviously, just magic in a bottle, incredible stuff. What's it been like to be there at Vanderbilt through this and be a part of it and part of building this tremendous turnaround?
Yeah, to be honest, it's honestly been a privilege to be able to witness what I would consider the crawl phases of getting to this point, being able to see seasons go from 2-10 the second year to 10-2 now. It has been pretty much a really good thing to watch, honestly, to watch the players, to see the light in their eyes now, to see the benefits of what they've put in to this program, to be able to reap the benefits in the end. I'll be honest, it's been a privilege to be a part of.
I'm sure, you just feel the energy there when you're going to games and throughout the week. We've had special seasons like that with my husband. It feels so different than ones before. The hard work finally pay off. It's really, really special. Yeah. Okay, so where did you grow up? Did you ever envision this life as a coach's wife?
So originally grew up in Demetrius, Alabama, really small town. Everybody knows everybody, and it's only a Walmart there. And did I envision this life? To be honest, I honestly don't know what life would have been like. Going straight into the Army and then being able to, when me and my husband was just like boyfriend and girlfriend, he played football at Wake Forest. And so we didn't know what was next. We didn't know if he was going to go try to play at the NFL or, you just don't know, honestly. And so I think we just lived day by day, and whatever came, it came. And here we are now.
Wow. Okay. So tell me about your choice. You serve in the military. Tell me what you do now, making the decision to go in. I want to hear all about this. And when did you enlist?
Yeah, so I enlisted in August of 2017. I was in JROTC in high school. I've always been like an athlete. I played basketball. I was all around sports. That's kind of how I met my husband. And I've always been like the point guard on the court, like the leader. And so I knew I was always interested in the military. So I went ahead and joined JROTC in high school. And after I tore my ACL my junior year in high school, it was kind of like one of those things where like, okay, the Army is there. I can go try it since I've always wanted to. And I came in, and honestly, it's been boots on the ground running ever since. I really just enjoy being a part of something so much bigger than life. It's kind of hard to explain, but to be able to serve the country alongside men and women who just has that desire to serve and just be a part, it's really inspiring to be a part of.
Oh, and incredible. And so have you gone overseas? Tell me a little bit about what you've been doing.
So I have not been overseas. I have been luckily able to stay stateside. When I first went in, I was stationed at Fort Rucker, Alabama, which is like down in the Dothan Enterprise area. And then I PCS relocated to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And then now, to be honest, I just relocated this year to Redstone Arsenal. And so we're kind of living the Geo Bachelor lifestyle right now. He's actually in Nashville, and now I'm down here with the kids. So pretty busy lifestyle right now.
Yes. And so where is that?
So it's Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, it's Huntsville, Alabama. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're having to live apart right now. Wow.
Yeah. Hopefully going back to Fort Campbell here at the end of this year, fingers crossed.
Wow. Wow. So that's a dynamic too. You're a coach's wife. You're in the military. Do you have a normal schedule, or is it sometimes weekends? How does that look for you?
So honestly, right now with the position that I'm in, my schedule is pretty set. I wake up in the morning, I take the kids to school, I get to work and then I go pick up the kids, and it's like practice, and yeah. So pretty set schedule. I do work some weekends. I work alongside the chaplain. So my job is a religious affairs NCO. And so my job is pretty much to ensure that the soldiers are able to exercise their freedom of religion. And so that's kind of what I do. And on the weekends, I may work at the chapel on the installation. But yeah, pretty busy stack schedule. But most of the times I'm off on the weekend.
How long have you been in the military? How many years?
I just hit 8 years this past August and hoping to keep going.
Yes. Okay. And so you mentioned offline to me that you're currently getting your degree. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so I actually graduate this Friday, December 12th from Austin Peay State University. I'll begin my bachelor's degree in business management.
Very, very cool. Obviously, my husband coached there before, an incredible university and a great thing for you. All right, y'all have 2 kids. Tell me about them.
Yeah, we have a 6-year-old about to have a 7-year-old son, Demetrius Kemp Jr. We call him Deuce. And then we have our wow Sadie. She's 3 years old and she keeps us rolling.
Okay, so everybody, obviously you do navigate a lot of kind of unusual circumstances with living apart, which some coaches and wives do, but then you're in the military as well, and you don't completely have control over your schedule or your location. It's not like other jobs, I would imagine. So when you think about the past few years, how long have y'all been married?
We've been married for 7 years.
So when you think about that, what do you say is some of the toughest adversity you've faced, and what did you rely on to get through those moments?
Yeah, honestly, the toughest thing we face is having 2 demanding careers because in the military, I'm the soldier, and a lot of times you see the males as the soldier. And so there's a little funny quote that sometimes people in the Army say that, like, the Army didn't issue you a husband or a wife. And it's kind of in a matter of just like the expectation sometimes as a soldier is like the spouse carries the duties at home. And so I think having a very demanding career, sometimes I've been lucky to be able to be in positions where I've had very supportive command teams that if a child is sick, I'm able to leave and, care for my child. And so I'll be honest, I think having an amazing command team has really allowed me to continue to serve and trusting in the process. So that's really what helped us this far. And how we stay. Oh,
go ahead. Yeah, how you stay grounded and all that.
How we stay grounded is honestly being intentional and having transparent communication. I think that's what helps us the most is when something comes up, instead of waiting on it and holding it in, just going ahead and dealing it right then and there. And I think that has allowed us to be able to make it this far. And we're really good about helping when the other's in need. And so when he has time that he can help, he helps, and vice versa. So it has been an amazing journey. Not easy, but amazing.
Now, how long have y'all dated and been together completely? So you met in high school, maybe?
Yeah, we met in high school. So since 2015.
2015. Okay, wow. And what was his reaction to you taking on such a demanding career?
He wasn't so like thrilled about it in the beginning. I mean, obviously it was before kids and we were both trying to figure out life. So it wasn't something that he was like, oh Lord, like how's this gonna work? But it was a matter of he knew the desire and the drive that I had, and he knew it was kind of one of those things he knew I can do it, and he wanted me to go see that. And so honestly, like even since serving for like 8 years now, we always have that conversation. It's almost like it's every day because it's a big factor in the dynamic of our marriage and the way we parent our kids and the relationships. And like it's funny that we talk about it because just last night we was having a conversation where he mentioned it's kind of one of those things where we either go through the hard now so that it can be easy later, or do we go through the easy now and then it'd be hard later, just in the matter of picking careers and whether or not I should get out or stay in and things of that nature. There's benefits to both decisions. So yeah.
How do you work through these big decisions? I mean, those are big. I mean, this is sometimes it's, other people's companies are like, they could do the same thing very easily, if type of business that they can transition real easily. They can go, you can pick up and move easily. I work virtually, things like that. When you're looking at things, how do you evaluate what's best for both of you?
I think we always come together and talk about what's the best thing for our family. I have had the privilege of being able to serve in the military where usually the military does not work around you. And so I've been able to find positions that I can go right into that have made it closer to my family. And so I think just honestly being open with each other, because it's sometimes I feel like when you're in two demanding careers, you can always say like, oh, which one's more important? And I don't think that we should look at it that way. We should look at it like, hey, here's a problem that we have. How can we come together and figure this out? And he has always been supportive of my career. Just not too long ago, a year and a half ago, I had to make the decision on whether or not I was going to get out or stay in. And that was the toughest decision that I had to deal with. And it was a matter of, he came to me and he was like, I know you love what you do. I'm not going to ask you to walk away from that. He was like, we're going to figure it out no matter what. And so that gave me the support that I needed to make my decision, to know that I had a supportive partner that wanted me to make the right decision.
What are some of the challenges that maybe we wouldn't think about with you being in the military and just being a coach's wife as well? What do you think some of the things are that we wouldn't think about?
Oh, when the military calls, like it's time to go, and I'm trying to plan. Okay, my husband's schedule is really demanding. He's a strength coach, they wake up when it's dark outside, they leave the house when it's dark outside, they come back when it's dark outside, And so trying to ensure I have those supportive people around me to plan for those moments. Because there's been times where I've been sent to training and I was gone for 30 days and my husband is coaching. And so having a supportive parent that will come, drop, the things that she needs to drop to go. Because I'm in a career that when they call, it's time.
Wow. Do you have some coaches' wives mentors out there, or just some advice that you've gathered along the way to kind of navigate this? Do you know any other coaches' wives in the military? Because I don't. I've been doing this for 22 years.
I've never met one in the military. I'm sure there's some out there, but I've never met another wife in the military. And I wouldn't say I have a direct mentor, but I do have a lot of the wives that I tend to talk to kind of get ideas, bounce ideas off of. I think the hardest part sometimes when I was talking with Kaylin, it was like getting ready for this interview. I was like, do I qualify? Like I know I'm not the norm. So I didn't want to, um, come on and talk so military and, not be able to, um, relate to some things because my life is really busy. Sometimes I'm not able to go to the usual like coach's wife dinners because I'm in the military. I'm having to, you know, go where I'm called, and serve my duty. And so, to be honest, I have a few that I do tend to talk to a lot, and but the staff at Vanderbilt is so open and welcoming. The wives are so, it's so family oriented that it's been amazing.
What advice would you give someone that's thinking about doing this, that's living your life? They go, you know what, I want to do this, or I want to take on a very demanding career when my husband's is going to be equally demanding. Is there anything some tips you've picked up along the way?
Yeah, I say taking it one day at a time and focusing on the things that you can control. So many times that we get so caught up in our head trying to plan for the future, and it's like stay present in the moment, and being intentional with what you are trying to do. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. And just don't reject yourself before you try. As long as you and your spouse is on the same page, I think anything will work.
When you think about the success that your family's having, him being able to coach at Vanderbilt, obviously an incredible program, and being a part of that, you're maintaining things on the home side. What are some things that you do behind the scenes that's really making your family have a lot of success?
I would say, yeah, covering the weight at home, to allow him to just solely focus. I know a lot of people can relate, on the matters of like handling all those things of just like practice, dinner, ensuring the kids have their water bottle in a lunchbox, kind of things that not that they don't want to be a part of, but they tend to not have the schedule to align with. So just those things, carrying the weight of that.
When you think about those times, the first maybe 4 years you were there, 3 years you were there, I can't remember. Vanderbilt was doing
Yeah.
not so well, right? 2-10 seasons. And
Mhm.
so, what do you say on game day? Maybe some things that you've learned in the military that helps you stay encouraged on tough days. What did you tell him after those losses?
To
Or
be
maybe
honest, just
it's
trust
a
the
job that
process.
he'd applied for. Sorry. Or maybe like jobs. We apply for jobs sometimes and don't get them. Like, you have to tell me where, who, or what, but just how do you keep your spouse encouraged?
Yeah, honestly, just trusting the process and trusting that what you bring to the table, as long as you're putting your best foot forward, you can't go wrong with that. And honestly, what the military has taught me is that adapting and overcoming. And I think that is so important. Like we go through different leaderships. Coaches go through different leadership and change outs and staff change out. And it's so important to not try to change the process that they're coming in with, just adapting to what they're offering and overcoming. Because you're gonna hit so many roadblocks trying to change the way things are coming towards you. How about we just take a chance, sit in it, adapt, and overcome in it?
That's really, really good advice. Okay, so do you ever take time for yourself to maintain any balance? You're working full time, you're handling everything at home. Do you have a me day here every so often?
Yeah, I really do. I have the luxury of in the Army, we are able to accumulate 2.5 leave days every month. And so paid. And so, I don't take a lot of leave, but when I do, I tend to have those me days. And I take advantage of every minute of the day during lunch. That's my workout time, to give back to myself. Because as soon as the kids come, we're back on schedule,
Yep.
we're back
Yep.
on the clock.
Definitely. Okay, so
Back
what's a
on
day
the
in the
clock.
life look like for you?
So wake up in the morning, I am fixing breakfast, getting the kids ready, making sure everything are in their backpacks, getting dressed. We head out the door to go drop off my son at school and then my daughter at daycare. She's on the daycare on the installation. So she's kind of like right by my job. And so I drop her off and then I head straight into work. I work until 11:30 and I go on my lunch break, depending on if there's a meeting that day. I'll go on my lunch break, go work out, and then grab some food. I go right back to work. And then I get off, I go pick up my son, pick up my daughter, and then come home, fix dinner, give them a snack, and then go straight to basketball practice. I don't do a really good job of making our schedule any easier. I've picked up, I tend to volunteer to coach basketball. So I'm my son's basketball coach for the 6-year-olds on the installation. And so we go straight into practice, finish practice, come home, and dinner, bedtime, take baths, and start all over again tomorrow.
So do you have a support system there, even though you're not at Vanderbilt, there locally with other spouses?
Honestly, my soldiers, my battle buddies, the people that are in the military, like they literally, anytime I call, they're there. I think that's the part about being in the military. They take family so important. And so as soon as I got here, I were able to establish relationships with people that I lean on. If there's something at work I'm running late on, I can call one of my coworkers and they'll go pick up Sadie, my daughter, or my son. So I have the luxury of being able to PCS and relocate to these different installations and establishing a family.
Do you get involved? I know you can't hit every event, but do you get involved on the recruiting aspect at Vanderbilt? And how much involvement do you get to do there with the football team?
So with the recruiting process, the strength staff is typically not as involved when it comes to traveling. However, when they come back, like recruits come to visit, they handle that portion within the weight room that they talk to the recruits. But for the most part, that's the position coach's realm of work.
Okay. And then do you have much interaction with the players at all? I mean, do your kids get to connect with them some?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of interaction with the players. As Sadie would say, Diego Pavier is her boy. And so every time we get the chance to go to practice, they find their players and they're going up and they're, playing with them. So no, we definitely get the opportunity. We know a lot of players. We invite them over for Thanksgiving, things of that nature. And so, yeah, we have that's probably my favorite part about it is just all these years we've watched the players that have stayed around become young men. And Coach Lee really emphasizes on not just them becoming great athletes, but them becoming great men in this society.
Final question for you. What do you think is the most rewarding aspects to you about being a coach's wife?
I would say watching my husband mentor to the young men of the world, that's coming into the future. There is nothing like seeing those players come up to him and wanting advice and him being able to pour back into them. Because so many times people think, oh, these coaches are just there because, they're the players and they're training them and things of that nature. But you really have great coaches out there that are poured into these men who have not had father figures and things of that nature. Nobody thinks about those, the different ways that coaches pour into the players. So that's the big part for me.
Okay. Rapid fire. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Who is the most famous person in your phone?
Probably my husband.
There you go. What's one item on your bucket list that you have checked off and one left to check off?
I have not checked one off, but one left is going to visit Italy.
Oh, yes. Okay. Who are the last 3 people you have texted?
My husband, my mom, and my coworker.
There you go. Funniest account you follow on Instagram?
Oh, definitely the mom humor page.
For sure. Okay. What about your life impresses your children the most?
That I'm a soldier and that I'm over soldiers.
What would be your walk-up song?
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
There you go. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been awesome, Sylvia. Thanks for being on.
Thank you so much.
This podcast is brought to you by Ruler of Hope. Ruler of Hope is a nonprofit that supports medically fragile children. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, you can use Venmo at Ruler-Hope or online at rulerofhope.org.
For a replay of this episode or previous episodes, visit coacheswifelife.org and follow us on social media at Coaches Wife Life.